Boom, boom, let me hear you say well. Boom, boom, let me hear you say well. Boom, boom, let me hear you say well.
Ow. A boom, 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 let me hear you say well. God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, hear it for Eli Santana, local San Diego youth, and guitar hero.
Assembling the team. I always like the movies where in the first half they're trying to get the band back together, or they're trying to get the right people to pull off a heist, or find that one missing link that's going to pull the team together to win the championship or something. So it's just and everybody clicks together and just it works. You gotta have the right formula. You gotta have the right ingredients, and the right team members that'll have your back. Not like Jabroni, who can't do a simple goddamn call and response like a normal cat. Like she wants to be this like internet celebrity, but she doesn't do anything cool or sing back to you when you want her to sing back to you. I mean, she did. Okay. She did fight like a giant spider one time. But, like, that's it. So I can't stress how important it is to have the right team members or right people or animals that have your back. So for bass player, I called on my friend Josh Caldwell, who I'd played in a couple bands with, and he's playing guitar in this band, Godhammered, and they're awesome. So when I hit him up, he was eager to jump right in. Oh, really? Look who decided to show up and decide to vocalize.
Well, all these years, Eli's been making music. I think I've been one of a select group that's kind of been his sounding board, where he writes and records his stuff, and late at night gets a wild hair up his ass and wants to send it out and see what people think. And I think he trusts me as a decent gauge of what's going on and if it's something that's worthwhile. And I think probably 6, 7, 8 people get this, and I'm one of 3 that actually listen to it and give him feedback in real time. And he knows that I'm a fan, number one, and number 2, that I always kind of had a hard on for trying to play on some of this stuff. And as a guitarist, it's probably not going to happen, but maybe I can slide into the bass zone for this, and that's kind of what we've been doing.
Another really important part of getting the right band members or teammates is sharing the same vision and being on the same page, and this being a band, that means musically. So us not really having anything out to show and have people decide for themselves, we kind of have to describe it a bit, which is strange. So it's really good that we're all kind of on the same page for that.
That's tough. Kind of runs the gamut. You familiar with Loverboy? It's like Loverboy if they had more double bass and some screaming.
Another important thing is to not have too many comparisons to Loverboy.
When people ask me what kind of style it is, it's one of those things that's tough to pin down. It's almost like riding around in Eli's truck with him and his iPod's on shuffle. You're going to get a little bit of everything. You're going to hear some Maxwell, and then there's some Mars Volta, and then there's some Faith No More, and then there's some Death and Testament and all these other weird things that Eli likes. Someone described it as kind of like a thrashier Faith No More, and I thought that was bang on. There's a bunch of big hooks. There's a bunch of big riffs, but there's a lot stylistically going on and some stuff that is going to make you kind of uncomfortable. But if you're a music fan like we are and the nerds that we are, you're really going to like it.
It's going to be really, really fun to jam with Josh again. He doesn't think like your normal bass player. You know, where, especially in metal, where they just kind of, a lot of times just follow the guitar riff and kind of just blend and get out of the way. And he's not really like a, you know, AC/DC type bass player that'll ride, you know, one note into the halls of Valhalla. Yeah, and isn't afraid of using like, you know, guitar pedals and effects and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. Also, you know, being from a guitar player standpoint, I think he knows when sometimes, you know, the bass playing can get in the way also. So that's really important for me. I mean, for him, for the band.
I think when Eli wanted me to get involved with this, he knows that I approach bass kind of as a guitar player. Now that I've played guitar for so many years, it's kind of hard for me not to. So I think I kind of bring a little bit different approach with some chord playing and not your standard bass line stuff. But if you ask me, my honest answer is going to be a mediocre guitar player trying to play bass. And however that comes out is really what's happening. It's not much of a forethought at this time. But Eli seems to be happy. Dude, do you want me to say Eli or you? You're holding the camera, so am I answering to...
When you're surrounded by them and you pay attention to them and you spend all your time with them, you're going to learn a lot about it. The biggest thing that we do is we take it personally. You know, the cat pees on something and your first impulse tends to be, why did you do this to me, right? How could you? How could you do this to me? And what we should be doing is saying...
With Tyler, that makes 3. We have power trio. We're on power trio. You think we need one more? Do you think we need one?
Step away from the cat.
All right, we'll get one more.
And ask yourself that, what's wrong with your child? Why are they saying I'm in discomfort or pain or I'm anxious? Because that's what all those things are.